Now, our two special guests are here, so we're going to forget the charts, forget the radio. Hip-hop is alive and well, and we're talking to people who actually help keeping it that way. The Chreece Hip Hop Festival is back in 2025. It will be on August 23rd, and we have the two wonder twins of Chreece. That's what I call them. I mean, these two, the curators.
The Wonder Twins.
I mean, they're the
Of all the
curators.
superheroes you could have mentioned, the goddamn
I'm
Wonder
just saying,
Twins.
though, but it's two of them, though.
Could have been Batman and Robin. Could have been.
I don't know. Wonder Twins was in my mind before on the way over
Why?
here, man. I ain't no disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Could have been Spider-Man and
Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
Or something.
coulda.
Should have been something else.
There's no disrespect, y'all. That's what was on my head, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Now that I'm thinking about this, bro, you really wilding right now. You could have told we was Punisher and Spider-Man or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said the motherfucker turned into water and somebody that turns into a monkey or some
Listen,
shit
man.
like that.
We messing with you, bro.
You can tell he don't know his
Nah,
characters
it
like
just
that. It's
sounded
cool.
good, man. Like, you know, I ain't want to say Big Boy and Dre or nothing like that. Like,
That'd have been better.
Okay.
Eric and Parrish. Like, I ain't want to say that.
I
There'll never be
appreciate
a
you,
Wonder
brother.
Twins movie, but go ahead.
You're right. You damn sure right about that. With all apologies, gentlemen, as we all laugh.
Like, no disrespect.
Hey, but look, though, real talk. These dudes are working miracles, man. Every year the Chreece comes in town, they get it. Somehow they get it set up. They get the artists, they get the DJs, they get the venues, they get the area police, staff. It's a safe environment. Kids be out there like they do all of this, and it works every single time. I'm just trying to get y'all the P's before we get into what we need to talk about.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you.
Whatever
I
this
see.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
But now that we got that out the way, because this festival is fucking dope, and I like talking about it. I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and get into the actual question I had listed, and we'll talk about that. Now you guys are curators, and you have experience as artists, so you guys have been a part of the indie hip hop scene, and you guys know what goes on, the ins and outs, all that. But what advice would you give to artists trying to break through, without compromising their vision as it relates to, submitting for festivals and things of that nature? Is there something that, any type of tips or?
I mean, I think the only thing that comes to mind is just being yourself. I feel like that will follow. I think we were mentioning earlier, like if you're being an artist just to, make bread or doing it as to make a product, looking at it as like a capitalistic kind of thing, you're just going to beat your head against the wall and you're going to get tired and you're going to drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
But if you do something that you love and you keep at it, and I don't think there's any other non-corny way to say it, but just keep going. And it's authentic and true to yourself. I feel like people will see that eventually and understand that. So I think that's like the best thing I can say right now. But yeah, I don't think you should ever, compromise your vision at all. No, hell no. Because people can see that. I feel like people can see through the smoke and mirrors and all that bullshit, if you're just not being your authentic self. So I think that's the best way I could say how you do it. And I don't have the right answer, you know what I'm saying?
I know, there's so much you can say.
And I think that's, like I said, that's the coolest thing about it is no one has the answer. So yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Jay? How, or both of you, how can artists themselves be more involved in their own success? I know that's kind of
a
the same.
weird
It's a broad question.
I know
but
it's
it's
kind
a
of,
good
I know,
question, though.
but what, let's frame it this way. What advice would you give specific artists that look at Chreece on the outside looking in and they want to be there? Obviously it's kind of the same question, but like, what can they do to be actively involved to one day reach the thing that they want to be?
Yeah, I think I'm going to answer that because I feel like when I first started and when I first started to find community and find my tribe, I really had to go and support. I came from an era where like I would go to locals only.
Yep.
I met Brookins and I was in college and I was doing Jag Radio and I was like, yo, I see them doing something. I want to get to know them. I need to find my community if I want to be active. I knew I wanted to play shows.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted to put out records. I wanted to be a part of the scene. So I was like, yo, can I interview? I want to get to know these dudes. And I'm paying cover to go to the Jazz Kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm going to coaches and seeing Jay Moore. And I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. This is what I've been dreaming for my whole life, is to find community. So I think that's the most important thing, and I think that's what kind of sets us apart from other cities, at least that I've been to, is there is a community. It may look different and it evolves and it changes, like ebb and flows with it.
Sure.
But I think that's what gives the power is community at the end of the day, and putting, nurturing your scene, and you may not have to be on the stage and headline a 450 cap venue, but like helping other people. And I know it's easier said than done, with the genre, you know what I'm saying? Like with hip hop, there's a lot of egos and it brings the best and the worst out of people. But ultimately, I think if you really want to make an impact and you want to be sustainable, it's really, taking care of your tribe and finding your community, right? As kumbaya as that sounds, you know what I'm saying?
You're right, bro. There's just so many different things. When you say advice, my bad. When you say advice, I'm always thinking like, this is some good advice I should give somebody. This, but like one of the main things I always try to tell people, of course, don't compromise your vision,
Never.
right? But 2, I think you should love what you do, and I think you will grow organically from that, right? Like you are doing this for yourself and not for, like, you shouldn't be making music to get on Chreece, right?
Sure.
Or anything. You should be making music that you like and then putting that out there and then growing from there. A couple of things once you start to, when he was talking about like how he found our scene here in Indianapolis, like what he was saying was, you gotta put in some work, bro. You gotta touch grass out here. Like you can do certain things only on the internet, but if you're trying to really get into the scene here, you're gonna have to touch grass out here. 2, and I'm on 3, but another very important piece that I wanted, it's a cheat code, really. Man, throw your own shows, bro. You want me to knock on your door instead of you knocking on my door? Throw your own shows and get them documented so people can see what you out here doing. Why do we book artists to come to Indianapolis? You know what I mean? Like, because they have an audience that will buy tickets. If you really want to show somebody that you need to be on shows, throw your own shows. Headline your own shows. I'm gonna leave that alone because that could get a little wonky. So I'm gonna go off of that because I was gonna go somewhere and I don't want to say something that's going to not deter, or I don't want somebody to think I'm trying to talk bad about them, because there's really no blueprint for this thing, right? We all got to find our way in the dark.
I didn't even know what I was doing when we first started it. I literally had no idea. I had $100 in my checking account. I was like, I don't know what a festival is. I was never getting booked for festivals. I was like, yo, like, I know that we have something. I played venues in this neighborhood, and I feel like I had like a rapport and a relationship. And I literally went door to door straight up and was like, hey, I have an idea for a festival. And they're like, yeah, sure, we trust you. Like, and I think that was the whole kind of ethos of it, like building a platform or providing a space for my comrades that I'm literally playing shows with. You know what I'm saying? That I'm in the city, we're in a scene together. And I think that was like, yo, no one really kind of believed in that, or like from the city perspective, I feel like there's so many different biases and people being like, what the hell? I mean, y'all know, like there was only like a couple spaces in this city on some like DIY throwing our own shows that like trusted us with that. So yeah,
shout out to locals only.
Yeah, straight up. We all cut our teeth at that spot. And that was a very important time in my life, and I feel like everyone here's lives, and seeing what could actually be if you had
the relationships.
Yeah, relationships, and just like metaphorically the paintbrush to do your thing, and you could see it and you could believe it, and getting your reps up. I feel like that's another thing where I feel like a lot of artists, which, don't get me wrong, I think it's important, but like, people are salivating over streams and numbers, and you can have 50,000 monthly listeners, but you've never touched a stage before.
That
And you're
part.
like a deer in the headlights. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so we want to set people up for success, and we want them to, cut their teeth and thrive. But I think there's just like kind of like a right way to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
And, just speaking of relationships, Brookins will tell you, like, when what was not only the gateway, but the beat battle, which the beat battle started in the backyard of a hair salon.
No, it was before
No.
that.
I'm sorry, no, it was before that. You're right.
Northside
Northside
News.
Northside
Social.
News.
Yes, Northside News. And
Which
then-
is like 20 Tab now or something? Or,
I don't know if it's
or Fat Dan's or something.
I think it's Fat Dan's.
It's
You
one
know,
of
I
think
the
it might
it's over
be,
there.
But
Yeah.
it went from that to being us packing out the Vogue,
Mhm.
which is a large theater here for our international and national listeners and viewers. And so
Then a league. Let's not forget the league.
the league,
Mhm.
to where it was a thing we were doing every month.
Mhm.
And it was and it was a thing where I don't the
This
one,
guy.
He's camping out in front of the boat.
I remember because like the one in the Vogue, I was like, it was like he literally camped outside, and I was like, all right, well, let me go take him some food,
Yeah.
and the first one I think maybe I hosted. I just happened to want to come by and support, and it went from me just saying, okay, we'll host, and in the first Chreece, where it was
Mhm.
like I was just out there to support, but at the same time it was like, okay, well, I'm not. I know it sounds crazy, and no one wants to hear shit like this, but I didn't have any expectation of any monetary gain. I was there for community and for culture.
Yeah.
I always tell people that I am a servant of the culture first.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you right now, 48 years old, if you don't have a check for me, it's kind of hard for me to leave the house. I ain't gonna
Talk to
lie.
him.
Yeah. Real
But
talk.
at the same time, I put in the work.
You had to crawl before you walk.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yes,
I can't just
sir.
expect, I'm me.
Mhm.
Where's my check? No, that's not how it works. And because there was that spirit of community, it was like, okay, they didn't have to, the few sponsors that we might have had on different things, those sponsors were going to get their respect, and we were going to be able to continue to have those relationships. And so I just think a lot of times people just immediately think they're going to be on the top of the mountain. It's like, it's kind of like when we talk about with podcasting, there are people who are inspired by us, whether they want to admit it or not. And they automatically think, okay, I'm going to start a podcast and I'm going to get a sponsorship from Mercedes-Benz and Coca-Cola. I was like, whoa. Slow down. You got to, no
That
one wants,
part.
everyone wants to, they don't even want to crawl. They don't want to walk. They want to run.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have the expectation on a cultural level and just on a creative level. It's like, you got to crawl first.
Yeah.
And that's what I, from seeing everything from the Genesis to the Beat Battle League to Chreece, that's what it's been about. Like, you can see the end result now and get excited about it. But,
we failed like a motherfucker, bro.
I'm telling you.
Say
know what
that.
I'm saying?
Say
Like,
that.
we failed.
It's
People
just-
don't see that.
or just like when people, we're coming up on our 20 year of Take That Tuesday, and then people are like, oh, I want to do something like this. I was like, do you know how many nights it was me, Metronome, and maybe about 10 people?
Mhm. That
And then, but now you see the line out the door for the anniversary. You're like, I want to do something like this. I was like, it doesn't work like that.
Mm.
So that's the thing I want to give them specifically props for, having the vision and not getting scared. Because I know Oreo. I remember you was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this a second year.
Yeah.
Shoot. And I know even on the years when it's been successful, you gotta take a sabbatical. You gotta go walk through the mountains to get your mind right.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's real. That's real.
I see your Instagram. I was like, I didn't know that was a country.
That man was at Catmandu.
Yo, it's funny that you had anything to add, Terry?
Nah, mine is more so a question, so you can do your
Okay,
thing.
all right. The reason I'm saying that is because that kind of leads into my next question, because they talked about you guys have to go out to the mountains and fly fish and get in the
Get your
stream and all
piece.
that. Yeah. So this is for the people like myself included that don't know. What are the real life hurdles and issues that come with throwing a hip hop festival that people don't realize?
Yeah.
Can I add something to that too?
Yeah.
Not only that, this isn't like the one thing you guys do,
Right.
Mhm.
right? So that's another caveat on top of it
Mhm.
that I want to weigh on you as you answer this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna touch on kind of like what Jay was saying, where he's like, "Yo, it's you got to crawl before you can straight up run a marathon. It's not like you can put a flyer out and you're like, it's a layup. You know what I mean? That's just, people just see a flyer and they're like, oh damn, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't see all the chaos behind the scenes. But I mean, there's a lot, I feel like we've sacrificed damn near like 10 years of summer. Like we were talking about this earlier, and it's just like an orchestrated chaos that you're never going to get right, no matter how prepared you are for it. And there's so many, so much noise and that you block out. And I'm trying to make sure that people have porta potties. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? People can, navigate well, and there's no, hurdles they got to jump through. And, I feel like Jay looks at it from a different perspective, on a curatorial type, like artist perspective. He's a liaison to a lot of the artists. He has and I do it somewhat too, but I feel like more as a years, I'm on kind of like a logistical kind of like making sure we got our permits, making sure, that there's gas in the tank that we can even pull this off. Talking to a million different venues and making sure that everything's great.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. And I'm psychotic where I will just lock in, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm making a song or if I'm trying to do a festival, I will obsess over it. I will not sleep, and I will not stop until I know that it's right. And I feel like I have definitely like strained relationships. I've like gotten people where they're like, I'm never doing this ever again. I feel like I even kind of test Brookins, I feel like over the years we kind of push ourselves, so there's different levels. It's not always just like gumdrops and I'm not on the internet too a lot, so it's like I think I'm just have my head down and I'm just like busting my fucking ass. And I think if you really want to try to take things to the next level, you just kind of got to block that out but do it in an authentic way to where I still keep nap to the chest. I don't ever want it to be not accessible. You know what I'm saying? I want people, we want free things for the community. We want people to come out. We want people to explore and find out new things. That's why we have so many artists. You know what I mean? And
we want artists to get paid.
We want artists to get paid. From the first year in 2015, the first Chreece, I was like, yo, we are paying every artist. Granted, it wasn't crazy by any means. It's not a Live Nation check, but yo, we were paying artists for the first times in their lives. They're like, whoa, we didn't even know that. And trying to break that pay to play model, break that stigma and that shit, I think that was really important for us. And still every year, that's my goal, is to try to put more and more money in artists' hands, just so they know their value and know what to expect when they're trying to navigate or trying to play a festival or a show. I think it's important because, we all know those first, it's probably like first 25, 30 shows I played, I didn't even see a dime, which like that, everyone's gotta figure it out. But I'm trying to break that stigma, I feel like,
Brookins, what do you think about,
Sorry,
just
I was going.
bro.
Hey, that was great.
I was real passionate.
I'm inspired.
No, he was cooking. We'll let you cook.
Yeah.
But Brookins, what do you think about that? What your partner alluded to, and also any do you guys ever come up with outside distractions or anything that might detour from your focus or how you're locked in?
I see where you're going.
Listen, man.
I might even adult.
I'm probably going to elaborate on that. So do what you're going to do.
Because there's a lot that goes into what you guys do.
Yes,
from all angles.
Yes, absolutely, man. But you could not fathom the amount of outside distractions that we have to kind of power past. It's hundreds. From commentary online, misinformation being spread, rival festivals being thrown, which is probably where you were going with this.
No, it wasn't. I'm going to leave that one alone.
Okay.
Yeah, really,
it's just, we do a good job of blocking this stuff out. And also, we're two people, but we have a team, right? I don't want to leave them behind. Carly, Jane, the festival director, Vanessa's been helping out with social media and marketing. We have people that have come along and pushed this thing along. But But yeah, man, there's a ton of different
The
distractions.
designers too.
Yeah, and I think one of the problems that
K-Nags.
people,
Yeah,
K-Nags,
Jake Gardner.
Jacob Gardner.
Yeah.
There's so many people that we can name. It's one of the things that I think is we make it look easy.
Yeah.
It's extremely difficult, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like we lose sleep, you know, like
Yeah.
it's strained relationships, like he was saying. You know, I have a wife and 3 children.
Mhm.
You know, when it's Chreece time, you know, sometimes I got to spend some time in the doghouse. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's real.
No,
Same, yeah.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I only got one child.
yeah, so,
But I get it.
Yeah.
Somebody called me talking about Chreece. I get it. I see a side eye, but you know what I mean. This woman is actually. Let me not say all that. This woman has helped me get through these things too. So you know, there's a different side to it. But I'm just saying,
Respect.
as a growing and living thing that you do, like you have you have help, and hopefully you can just put your blinders on and move past the smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Like to make this thing happen because. You know, like we're not bigger than the program, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Heard
no,
that.
the program has eclipsed us years ago.
Years ago, man.
You know, I feel like that's something I feel like that we came to terms with a long time
It's
ago.
bigger than Nino Brown. This is Nino Brown.
Click
Like,
that.
Yeah.
bigger than Nino Brown.
This is the Carter.
Yeah.
You know, if I like was online or if I was tapped into all that stuff, nothing would get done. And
Yeah.
I feel like at the earlier years, you know, I was like, yo, what
He
the
read every comment.
because I'm just a type of person that my personality and I'm like magnetic and you know, I was like, damn, people are talking shit. They don't even know me.
Right.
I was like, I have the best intentions in the entire world. And I have like strangers just, you know, bad mouthing or whatever, but it's like, it's whatever, man.
That
it's
means
like,
you're doing something right.
That
yeah,
means
and
you're doing something.
I
Yes.
understand. Like I'm not ignorant to that. But it's just like, you know, until you realize you're doing something that scares you, or gets you completely out of your comfort zone and you take that leap that you don't know, then you won't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you won't understand it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Terry.
I want to ask y'all something collectively. There's a lot of artists that hold Chreece as the most important thing in the city.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Year
In the
to
world.
year.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could
Let me
say
start.
that.
Go ahead.
How do y'all feel when the artists feel a certain way about not being picked for the Chreece Festival? Like, what kind of advice could you give these artists? And any tidbit you want to add. I mean, I'm just giving y'all the floor as far as speaking to these artists that feel a certain way about not being selected and maybe going online and you know what I'm saying, talking shit, whatever they want to do, but they still want to be included. What would you give them?
I think people put a lot of they put too much stock into it. It is looked at, and I'm grateful for that, right? Like I'm glad people look at it. I've heard it, Treece's Naptown Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard
That's
that,
dope. That's
and
dope.
I rock with that. But I just really want artists to really just kind of, I mean, man, you just got to move on. If you think you're not getting the love, that's what you know you use as fuel to do your own thing, man. And like don't put so much into Chreece. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. An underlying problem I see is there's not a lot of opportunities for artists out here.
Yeah.
I know my voice got very low and deep, but I really feel that way. I want there to be more opportunities like Chreece for artists, right? And I think we're getting less because we're in the live music space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, there's not as many shows as there was back in the day.
Sure.
Mhm.
So people are just, I mean, the artists are thirsty for opportunities.
Mhm.
You know, like, so when you have a paid opportunity on a stage as big as Chreece, you know, like we tend to get a lot of, we get the good, but we also get the bad. You know what I'm saying? We're looked at, to some people we're heroes, to some people we're enemies.
Mhm.
You know, like, or we're the boogeyman or the Illuminati. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Or
I
the
just think,
gatekeepers.
or the
Mhm.
gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want artists to just, I want artists to really just kind of take care of themselves. Don't take everything personal. start your own movements.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people that can help artists out here, that maybe promoters, like, let's get some more shows out here. I never ever wanted to be a part of the only show in town.
Right.
That's a
Now,
bar.
granted, I made dope stuff that was completely out of left field, you know, like hip hop operas and stuff like that, you know,
Right.
and random hole in the wall bars. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was just me. That was my personality. I always wanted to be, you know, different. But I think we just need to have some more people that build some more infrastructure here, so artists don't feel like Chreece is if I miss Chreece, like I'm a bad artist or I'm not a good artist. You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
end all be all.
It should-
the end all be all. I don't want it to be the end all be all, and it shouldn't. And I want, you know, if you out here thinking about throwing your own festival, even if it's on Chreece Day, man, go ahead and do
Please.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and throw
You
it.
feel
Yeah.
me? I feel you, bro, because I've been there where I felt like I was being overlooked.
Sure.
Or people was, you know, treating me like I was little bro. You know what I'm saying? But luckily I had people like Metronome, Gray Granite, you know, that helped me along this thing. And when I found my foot, I took off running. I never stopped. You feel me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. I want to hear Oreo's
Yes.
point of
Yeah,
view
no,
on
I
that too,
agree.
though.
I agree. It shouldn't be the end all be all. This shouldn't be your final destination. I mean, it's something I think that you should put on your resume. A festival, you know what I mean? Not Chreece, but just playing on a festival
Nah,
format.
on y'all shit, man. It's Chreece.
I mean, yeah, I think it's important, but like the irony of it is, I started this thing because there was no way, there was no lane. I never played a festival at that point.
There it
So
is.
it's like when you have people that are, you know, saying that's gatekeeping or doing whatever, I was being kept. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a person that didn't have these opportunities. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing. And organically, it panned out how it was. You know what I'm saying? I was overlooked. People think that I just, you know, the internet started, Instagram opened up, and then, you know what I mean? It's a layup. You know what I mean? Bro, I was fighting tooth and nail. I remember my first show. I wouldn't even build on the show.
Yeah.
But I was, Gray Granite was like, hey, do you want to do a song during my set? I'm like, please, God, yes. Hell yeah. And I looked at this man in the booth. That's the first time I met him. And he looked, and he's like, hey, Gigi was like, yo, this is my man Oreo Jones. He's gonna do a song during our set. And this man goes, is he all right? He was like, who are you?
I was keeping it a buck with
He
you,
was
bro.
keeping it- which is dope. I love that.
And
you
now
know?
look at this.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess I'm just saying, like, yeah, like you gotta protect what you love. You gotta fight for your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important. Like, we stimulate economy. Like, you know, the people didn't see at the beginning. At the beginning, you know, I'm going
I
crazy.
ain't
Why
lifted
not?
up
Let's
in this
go.
chair.
No, you're going where I was going to go.
You
So,
know what I'm
yes,
saying?
Please
Like,
continue.
You know, people didn't see, like in 2015 when he first started. I'll never forget, like the person that owned one of the buildings. You know, we rented the plaza, and you know, the Indie Star article came out and was like, Hip Hop Fest takes over Fountain Square, and one of the owners of one of the buildings was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Was like, what are you talking? And then, you know, there's bike cops all around. You know, there was, you know, certain people in the city that were kind of praying for our downfall. That's kind of a stretch, but they saw.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like, you know, they see the camaraderie, and they saw the impact. It was crazy. We sold out like before like 6 p.m. and it was probably one of the things no one's ever seen before at that point in the city.
Yeah.
And, you know, now the neighborhood association, everyone's like, yo, this is important. And
Embraced it.
And you see the impact. You know, I'm going to say, like, we've changed, you know, people don't want to admit it, but like, I feel like we've changed like the face of kind of some of the part of the neighborhood. I'm going to say it. You know what? Fuck
Yeah,
it.
say
Like,
it.
No,
you know what I'm
say
saying?
it.
Like, and not just in hip hop, but I feel like just live music in
In
general,
general, yeah.
has made it like we have literally like stimulated the creative economy in that part. Like, it, you know, we look at Fountain Square, it's a music hub, and I feel like that was another catalyst for this festival because there were so many different venues in walking distance. It's like it's consolidated. And we see the impact, and we see festivals come and go over the years in the city, right? You know, and I feel like we've never been something that we weren't, you know? it's just like kind of a puzzle that you kind of get addicted to after a while, and trying to figure out, like, what the hell am I doing every year? Like Jay was saying, it's like the first year he knew, I was like, I'm never doing this again. Year 2, sell out. I'm never doing this again. Year 3, I'm never doing it. But it's just like something, that I can't really describe. I feel like there's always a moment each festival where I'm like kind of by myself and kind of being like, all right, I have like, okay, this is like really worth it moment where you see kids playing in the fountain, to where, there was one time I'm walking through and this couple was like, man, I've never seen this many black people in Fountain Square before. And I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is powerful. This is what it's all about, man. Just like trying to explore and like get to know your city. And I feel like there's just like a rich culture and history of black music in our city. And it looks completely different now than it did, back then. But it's a part of our story,
That part.
I kind of want to expound unless somebody else has another question.
I want to know about the challenges that hip hop has. Just, you kind of talked about it a little bit, but if you could go even maybe a little bit more detail of like the challenges you faced being a hip hop festival in Indianapolis, Indiana, presenting something super positive, super great, and everything that it is. Highlight some of the things that have been super challenging that nobody knows about, that you guys have talked about. Is there anything? I'm sure there is, but
yeah, for sure. I feel like also at the end of the, the evolution of just like arts in the city has been completely, it was different from the first time we started this festival to like now. I feel like there's a lot more organizations and corporations and people see the value of art. You know what I mean? Visual art, experimental art, galleries, music. Like, I feel like a lot of people are seeing that, and how important and how it contributes to quality of life. How people are trying to retain people to live here, get new people. There's so many levels to it. I guess like what I'm trying to say is like sometimes I feel like with hip hop, especially trying to communicate that value and how important it is historically, through class, everything. Some people I feel like look at it as, and I say some people as, the powers that be look at it as kind of like a lowbrow thing. Does that make sense? Like, as opposed where it's easy for like a symphony orchestra to get love, or which rightfully so, whatever, it's important. It's a part of it, but or like a visual arts or dancing. There's so
something
many
that's not culturally specific.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think it's challenging, and that's even throughout the years. It was especially when we first started trying to convey that importance to the city and why it is impactful to not only celebrate that, but just like help care for that culture. You know what I'm saying? Because we were like, the culture was eradicated on Indiana Ave, everything just like completely tossed aside. So what does it look like when someone really tries to nurture that and preserve it and make sure that it keeps on going? It may look different, it may sound different, but regardless, it's something. It's us. It's a fabric of us.
That's real.
I feel like I'm kind of going all over, but trying to explain to people why that is important to take care of that.
Yeah. Trying to change the perception, and it's wild, bro, because we've seen before where people kind of looked at us like, what are you guys doing here? To being talked about by the city and getting awards from the senators, getting like sponsorships from like major people, and like really getting a helping hand from people that probably don't even listen to hip hop. You know what I mean? Just because they see the impact we have on. My man said he out here stimulating the economy, bro.
I don't think I've ever said that in an interview.
It's a bad dude right here. Yo, for real, like that's definitely a bar.
It's real shit.
That's real, man. Stimulating the economy. That's some, and people see that, man. Not even people that are part of our culture see that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's when it becomes extra important.
Yes, and our integrity is very important to us too.
Yeah.
We were artists. We're doing this now to support artists. We're trying to be a North Star for, how artists should be expected to be treated it's just so much, man, that we're trying to get done here. But yeah, changing that perception has been very, very difficult. And that goes both ways too, right? Like that goes for like the city and businesses and people outside of hip hop culture. And
That's
also,
more so kind of what I'm probing on. Yeah.
That's huge. But we also go through that within the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's the Fountain Square scene, or all that type of stuff, or they don't mess with street rappers, or they not gonna put me on here.
It's different now, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that kind of was the narrative at first.
At first,
it's different now.
But we switch. I mean, like, listen, man, we out here. We make changes. We call audibles.
Yep.
Okay, you don't like the curation? Ain't 100% curation? Ain't it?
Yeah.
Let's do submissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's put some people on here that we didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Just give somebody a last shot.
give somebody a last shot, bro, which went from a liquor store to, the arts garden. You know what I mean? Like,
Talk that.
all these things that we're doing is because we really, really care, about the scene. We really, really want to keep our integrity. We want to make sure that when you look at, if you're an artist and you look at Chreece, you can look at us with pride and be like, I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
even if they rock with me or not, I still rock with that movement, and it might inspire them to do their own thing.
Yeah,
but
I'm
like,
co-sign that all the time.
That's
for
real.
sure. But we've been changing perceptions on both sides. I feel like, I mean, we're at a time less than 2 weeks from now. This ain't the fun time, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so now.
I told my wife I was gonna quit like 4 or 5 times this week, and it's only Tuesday.
I run into y'all every year at Chreece.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna dap y'all up. I know y'all busy. I'll let y'all
Hey,
later.
I see Oreo twice. By the time, and it's always this. It's like he's always passing and going by somewhere.
Yeah.
This ain't the fun time, man. It's not the fun time, and we do. We do lose our summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there is something, man, that he says, like, he sees certain things, and I'll get to a certain point where I see something working, like that like when Chreece is about to be over. I'm like, oh yeah, we could do this.
Yeah, for sure.
I liken it to, and I probably maybe described it as this. No disrespect. It's like I've been around my wife when she had a baby. She'd be like, if I say I want to have a baby ever again, I want you to tell me no. Like, no.
Right.
But then something happens where she sees a little baby or something. It's like you completely forget about all these things it took to, create that baby and hold that baby for 9 months, which we've been working on this thing for more than 9 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been a lot of blood, sweat, tears, egos, attitudes, hatred, love, money, no money, like making time where there ain't no time, like all these things happening, man. Like,
I want to add to that though. So like you're kind of leading into what the question I wanted to ask y'all. So with Chreece being as successful as it is, year 10, where do y'all want to take this festival? Like, do you want to evolve to be a Lollapalooza? Do you want to be essentially the Midwest hub? Because you are. There's not a hip hop centric festival in the Midwest other than Chreece. So where do you want to take this festival? What is the kind of end goal? What are you looking to do with it?
Man, bro, this came from you.
Yeah, but you're just as much a part of it as I am, though. But
I am, man, but this was your vision, and you brought it into.
It's a good question. I mean, I feel like when Ron was around, and he was a big part of just looking in the future. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like that was something he really brought to the table. Rest in peace, Indiana Jones. Like,
100%.
He was the one person that, like, when he got on the team in like 2017, and like that was when Brooklyn, the three of us really kind of like came together, and Ron was like, yo, what is this gonna, he was the one that would think like that. Cause me, I'm an artist. Like, I'm just like 1 foot in front of the other. I'm trying to just make sure that the ship stays afloat and we can go and we can get from point A to point B. But we talked about it in different cities. Like, there was a time where we were talking about,
on the table.
It was on the table. We were close, like in 2020.
Right before COVID.
Yeah, right before COVID hit, we were talking about going to another, like having it, one weekend in another Midwestern city, and then having it in Nap. And then we talked about a year, like maybe it's nomadic. We flip the script and go, have it in different parts of the city, or then another time we're talking about let's do multiple days, and it's a good question. I feel like it changes day to day, and the scene looks different than it was, and those first years to now. I think it's just like kind of like something that is organic. And I've always thought about this when I first started the festival. I don't want to have it be mine. Chreece, I feel like it's the city's. It should be someone else's. It's something, you know what I'm saying? Like
an institution.
Yes, and something that, you know what I mean, like will live, who knows, but like when you have something that will, when I'm dead and gone, maybe someone else will carry the torch. Now, have I found that person? Have we looked? We've been trying, we've been looking, but like, that's ultimately, I would love for it to just live on through other people, and it just look different. And maybe if someone wants to do something completely different with it, I'm cool with that.
That's
I don't
love.
know.
That's love.
Pass the torch.
Yeah.
The interesting thing with going off that conversation too, with like, as Chreece grows to be bigger, how do you also make sure that it doesn't lose what it is? And I feel like that's probably a massive challenge.
That's a huge another thing too. Like, is it accessible? Like, does it not, like $500 for a weekend pass? Like, you know what I mean? Coachella's, Rolling Louds, Lollapalooza. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never want it to be like that. I want it to be something that's attainable, that, families can go through. You ain't spending $40 for a drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's got to be like Nap. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what's important. That's what's our bread and butter. That's we're in our DNA. I think that's the most important part of the spirit of this festival. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. So it's such a wild thing, especially when you're a part of something that's completely bigger than you. Like, it's something that I really can't describe sometimes, or I'm just like, yo, like, this is far beyond anything I've ever kind of imagined. But that's the best shit when you have no intentions.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, when I started this, I had no idea what the I was doing. I had no idea. I had $0.
Do you ever feel like you do? You think you got it now? Or
hell no, I still don't. Yes, I still don't.
That's important, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to do something that scares scares you. You know what I mean? You got to have a little fear in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't grow if you're not uncomfortable.
You gotta be completely comfortable. And I think this is one thing that I will 100% stand by. Just makes me very uncomfortable every year. It doesn't matter how many reps I get in the gym, how many things. You know what I'm saying? Like how many. I have like kind of a blueprint that I go through, that I know all my checklist, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's out of your control. It's a lot of points.
Yeah. To your credit though, every
love.
year is getting bigger. So
to
the point where
obviously it's going to be uncomfortable because it's a different feeling every year.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of probably why you want to back out of it. But
it's like a big ass house party.
No, last year with the street vendors, like that was like having the street shut down and have all the vendors. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
This is really a festival. Like we're really out here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not even going to drive. I'm just going to have Uber drop me off at the last part where they can even let a car in through.
Yeah. You can take the red line through there if you want. Yeah, they're doing like free rides and stuff. You can just hop on there. Don't have to worry about whipping down there. Yeah.
Eventually, y'all going to have a stage on the main street leading into Fountain Square. I'm speaking this into existence.
Yeah, I mean,
because like it's for real. Like the festival is growing.
Yep.
And every year there's different venues coming on board, and it's just getting to that point where, you know what I'm saying, there's people from outside of here that pay attention to this festival. So we actually, and y'all have to actually just take credit for what it is, and I applaud y'all for that.
That part.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, get them tickets.
Please. So look, before we
it will sell out. It will sell out. So get your tickets now. Don't show day of.
Before we bounce, I want you gentlemen to shout out any information that the patrons may need, or just regular people that want to come out and show out. Like just whatever y'all need to say before we get out of here.
Yeah, shout out to the team, man. I feel like there's so many people that are doing stuff behind behind the scenes, and yeah, I feel like we've been working at it for a minute, and doing stuff year round too. I think that's the evolution too. Kind of going back on the Terry's part, like doing stuff, collaborating with different organizations, doing a kind of like a year round thing. But yeah, ChreeceAF.com, get your tickets, stay up to date with what we're doing, and yeah, come through. There's something for everyone. I mean, even if you don't got a ticket, you can come through and kick it at the Vendor Village, the Plaza Stage.
Mhm.
You already know y'all will be holding it down there. So, there's something for everyone. Kind of, see what's up with the city.
Yes, sir.
And if you was really smart, you get them tickets right when we drop that lineup. You feel me? Because but no, just yeah. Hey, bro, listen. Here's another thing I don't think people understand, bro. The amount and rate at where festivals can come and be gone, bro, is very, very high.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we step out there on that field, bro, it could be our last joint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
It
a
really
testament to be in this game for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
man.
A hip hop festival from Indianapolis.
It's
You
one
know?
at Broadway, but it didn't last nothing but 1 year.
And they probably went out the gate with way more sponsorship,
Yep.
way more money.
Way more.
You know what I'm saying?
There's plenty of like festivals I feel like here that has
yeah.
millions of dollars worth of support, and
It just goes to your guys' point about like you have to love the thing you're doing to some
You
degree.
do,
You have to be
yeah.
invested in it. Like
Yeah.
That part.
and not be something that you're not.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
You can't fake that.
yeah.
You can't.
You
Yeah.
can't.
And we're keeping the soul of it, man. Like it being like 95% local artists. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I think that's
like
important.
a champion. We can't get away from it. I think
Yeah.
like what Rolling Loud may have started as like a local type of thing and then kind of went to all national artists and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't see that in our future. I don't
Yeah.
want to. That would have to be something completely different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But no, man. ChreeceAF.com. Get them tickets. Come on out, man. You might you'd be surprised at the talent we have in the city.
That part.
If you don't know about the talent, you're gonna find somebody that's gonna blow your mind. And we trying to bring that live music aspect for hip hop back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig
It's a
it.
party.
I can dig it.
All day long.
Let's go.
And we're gonna be out there. We're gonna be out there in the plaza as
Yes,
always.
sir.
Holding it down.
Rain or
Beat
shine,
battle?
get
Yeah.
involved.
Beat battle.
Mhm.
That's gonna
Cooking
be
up.
It's
crazy.
gonna be good, man.
That's the heartbeat of the festival. I feel the Plaza stage really.
Yeah.
It's been like that since from the first year.
It's funny. Like it's cool to have you guys on to talk about this. As somebody who's been a part of it since year one as well. But like, I don't think I've ever actually like been to the like. I don't enjoy
Yeah.
the festival.
Yeah, because you're just you're
I'm
there,
literally
you're
working the
tethered.
entire time, just like
You're
y'all. Like
tethered.
it's just like in the sun. It's like
Yeah, I've been able to at least sneak around and see what's going on a little bit. But
Yeah.
That's what
honestly, like
I've been looking
some of the
forward
most
to.
fun I've had
I was gonna say favorite moments.
is DJing and being a part of what's going on the square.
Facts.
Like I ain't
Yeah.
no front. Like, and I DJ for one of the acts that's been on this festival for now 3 or 4 years in a row.
To my Fox.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mhm.
and our set's gonna be fire this year too.
Yeah.
But I have a great time on the square. You know what I'm saying?
on that plaza. That's what
It's
we
like
do.
a family reunion for sure too.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people.
A friend of
coming
mine
through.
asked me, he said, "Hey man, can I bring my kids?" I said, "Bruh,
Absolutely.
are you ever in luck where I'm
Yeah.
gonna be?"
My
I said,
daughter
"Please
was
bring
there.
them here."
My daughter was there in the stomach, and she was there outside
Facts.
having fun in the water and shit. So
Yeah. I said, "Please come out." I said, "Where I'm gonna be, they will be just fine.
Mhm.
It'll be just
Ninth
fine."
was a movie out
it was
there.
crazy.
Come on.
That
But
was insane.
But
You
I
know
have to
what,
give
though?
props to Tall Black
Tall
Guy.
Black
Oh,
Guy
yes,
was
yes,
crazy.
yes.
I just
Tall
remember because
Black guy.
that was a day. I feel like whoever is the last person on, it's in
Yeah.
a way it's a release for me because my job is done.
There you go.
And so like I'm just out there dancing. I got a cigar in my hand. I'm having the best time of my
Yeah.
life, and it is. I still have footage from that night with Tall Black Guy. That set it off. But
I ain't
yeah,
gonna
Ninth did his thing.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was
and I'm looking
crazy.
forward to this year.
Track star.
Yeah.
One of my homies
Crazy.
from hometown representing St.
STL.
Louis.
Yeah, let's go.
What do you
St.
got?
Louis is gonna be heavy this year.
Smino,
Smino.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
Yeah.
a Midwest thing.
And that's the
Yeah.
and that's the first round of the beat battle is Smino track.
Okay,
so
let's
the
go.
producer's got to make something.
Smino
that's-
type beat.
Smino type beat.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Smino
what's
and
up.
clips.
I got Gobinator.
It's crazy. That's just,
My money's on Governator.
Hey,
The homie Malachi.
say that.
I'll
What's the
say,
over under?
you guys got I mean, to their point, you got any moments like what's your favorite moment?
I think Tall Black Guy for me, that's the homie, and his DJ set was one of the. I'm talking about from watching the crowd. Like
no,
Ninth,
the crowd was fat for that.
When
It's
he-
a good time out
his
there, man.
when as it
19 was
relates to the
crazy.
crowd,
Mhm.
stupid. Like Ninth was crazy because I mean it's Ninth,
yeah.
but he had the crowd. Tall Black Guy had the crowd actually involved the whole
Yeah.
set.
He was talking
Yeah.
to him.
And he
Yeah,
was
it was
talking to him the
crazy.
whole
Yeah.
night. That's one of my favorites, and just probably performing for the first
Yeah,
time.
I
Is there a
remember.
video of that?
Yes,
I'm
I
sure
have
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere
But
probably.
oddly enough, I have a better time with you know what I'm saying, connecting with the local acts. Now I will say that the Tall Black Eye session was dope as fuck. Griselda
That
before
was crazy.
that was crazy. Like
Wow.
I don't
Mhm.
I think people don't give that Chreece the credit that it deserves.
That's
Thank you.
crazy.
Because that was nuts.
Yeah.
Having it was all of them.
Yeah, they just signed their deal too
Yeah.
right before.
with Shady.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
West
West
Side.
Side
West
wasn't
Side
there.
and,
No, okay,
His
West
girl
Side
was
wasn't
having
there.
a baby.
Okay, but
Conway and Benny.
Yep.
and Benny's DJ, who unfortunately had passed during
DJ
COVID.
Shay.
Oh, that's
DJ
right.
Shay was
Right.
in
That's
attendance for
crazy.
that. He
Yep.
was his DJ.
Yep.
That was a good moment in time. That was actually the same year the Tall Black Guy was there.
Yep.
Yeah, and Talib.
Talib was
Talib,
there too.
yeah.
Talib.
That was another great moment because he did the G Note,
Yeah,
and
that day.
it was crazy because I don't, you know, like I said, I have all this footage from things, and I'm like, I should erase some of this stuff. I'm not using it, but it just happened to be a point where Indiana Jones is introducing
Mhm.
Talib Kweli, and there's
Mhm.
certain questions from the audience, and it was just like, and the thing is, he talked to everybody who was there. That was what was really dope. I didn't get a chance to see him perform, but
Yeah.
you know, just the fact that like people in the audience at the Hi-Fi were able to talk to Talib Kweli and just kind of build. It was really dope.
That was
Yeah.
that was a really good year. Like,
But
Epic
Evil
year,
D
bro.
was here for
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, Evil D.
I-
Bro,
was that the
Spike
Razzcast?
Donald,
Razzcast was in
Yeah.
I gave
Yo,
him my phone number.
This is yo,
19 was crazy.
Bro, this is DJ Indiana Jones. I
Yeah,
cannot
man.
say it enough, bro. Like he would make so many crazy things happen.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Huh."
I got it.
It's like, man, I think I'm gonna have Razzcast come through. They'd be like a day before
Yeah.
the show.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
And
was
like
at
this
the Pioneer.
and he'd come through, man. Like, man, bro, we lost a great man.
Yeah,
Man, I
for
was
real.
messaging him I was emailing him all day about trying to get like 20 minutes with Benny. He's like, bro, I got you. I'm trying my best. I'm trying.
He meant it too.
Like, he was hitting me
Yeah.
back. He was
He
like,
meant it
I'm
too.
trying.
Hell yeah.
I
He
don't
meant
know,
it.
but
Because
I'm
that's when we were set up doing the interviews
Yeah.
behind the closet.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
trying
That's
to
crazy.
stay in. He was like, they're going here now, but I'm trying. I'll
Yeah.
get back with you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There's,
that's crazy.
there's too many moments for me to like pick one.
Yeah.
You know, like it's always cool. Like Jay is always running around with like a chicken with his head cut off. Like, but I remember one time specifically, you Sean, you were just kind of like, just like walking regular,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's cool. Like it doesn't feel like it's like getting to him
I
right
can't.
now.
I can't just like chill in like at a party or a bar or something. I gotta be
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
So I think it's a perfect setting for me because I'm just going venue to venue,
Yep.
and I ask people
Yeah.
if they're all right too many times.
No, and that's the thing. I'd be like, well, okay, it's the day of the festival. I'm not going to bother Oreo.
No.
Hey.
Honestly, it's the best time to bother me because I if all is right. I've got everything that I
And
need.
all the ducks.
All,
Yeah.
all will be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to enjoy it.
Yeah, but
and,
sometimes the only thing I was just like, yo, where can I get some snacks?
Yeah. I mean, this year I feel like we've done a lot better, but yeah, there was some times where it was rough. You
I
know?
mean, look, all I know is like, you know, it's just like Denzel said, I'm leaving with something.
yeah,
That's
that's
it.
for real. Yeah,
Hey,
I don't care if it's a
Straight
case
up.
of water or some
Yeah.
Sun King. I'm leaving with something.
I ain't
Some
gonna
Red
hold you.
Bull.
Me and Lone performing together right before night
Section leaders.
Mhm.
as section leaders, and him being like, "Yo, shout out to section leaders." But
Yeah.
I peeped out the side of my eye. I'm like, he's rocking with what we're playing because he and I were trading
Yeah.
beats back
So
and
that
forth.
was going to be
Mhm.
my moment.
That-
so
that
we
was a
finished
dope
our set,
moment,
and I
too.
looked over at him. He was like,
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
he
yeah.
was like,
I
yeah.
saw him as he was setting up. You just
Yeah.
might nod their head. I saw him as
Mhm.
he was
Yeah.
setting up. He was like, "Yeah, give it up for the section leaders." I looked at Lone like, "Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
All right,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
That was
fire.
dope.
Time.
Look at
Yeah.
that validation.
Hey, talk that talk.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Come
legit.
on.
It's legit, man.
Shout out to Metronome too. He made me come over to that section. He's like, Mike, I need you to come over here right now. This is about to be iconic pictures. Me, Lone, Ninth, Kinetic,
Top Speed.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to come over here right now. This picture about to be crazy. And he was right.
And shout out to Andrew Barber too, because even
he's a early believer in the fest.
About different artists and things. And how he's seen things is kind of similar to our Double XL conversation.
Yeah, that's our dog, man. He's been always like a big supporter of it, and that's another thing. Like Ron was like, "Yo, you got to come and check this out." I think that was the first G-Note speech.
That was the first G-Note speaker.
You know, where he came through, and you know, Anderson native, and I mean, look what he did with Fake Shore Drive. I mean, I feel like he's on the Grammy panel and like works with Apple Music, and we already know the history.
Two
of that,
Anderson natives in the building.
Yeah, just like kind of crazy, but yeah, he's always and. Even after Ron passed, you know, I'd hit him up on the phone and just be like, yo, what do you know? What do you think? Like, get his advice for like nationals, and him being like, yo, he's like, I know if Ron was here right now and he knew that I wouldn't pick up your phone call, he'd be shitty.
Yeah, he would.
Which, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, that just shows the impact of that, you know, and how it's kind of crazy.
That's real.
Which I think that's like kind of like the cool beauty of all of this madness is there's community still, no matter how far away you feel, and going to these and you're seeing artists in probably the most intimate setting you'll ever see them. It's something really special about it. Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Chreece, man. Go get them tickets.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm hyped now.
We put the battery in your bag.
Come on.
Let's get it.
Stimulate this economy.
Hey,
that's a bar, man.
You can't hate on us no more, bro. I'm just throwing that out there, man.
Hey, I felt it when he said that. I said, damn, that's a bar.
I
Man.
on my chest, huh?
Hey, you either got to be Chreece or Taylor Swift in this motherfucker.
Man.
Just stimulate the economy out here.
Yeah.
Found Squares grateful. You hear
Come
me?
on now.
Grateful.
Crazy.
Everybody's eating.
Come on now.
Yo, you ain't eating? I would tell some people, yo, you ain't eating.
Come on, B.
Everybody's eating out here.
Come on, man. Come on.
Straight up.
Get off the block.
Man,
plenty of room for everybody
eating.
to eat.
Tell them OJ. Hey, they might need to hear from OJ, man.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's mad about it, too.
Yeah, whatever. It's
Everybody's
fine.
eating.
It's okay.
I got y'all right where I want y'all. I was just testing it, but nah, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, man. Do better.
Good talk.
Hell yeah.
Nah, man. Shout out to Chreece, though. We love Chreece. We appreciate y'all brothers coming on tonight, man, and spend some time. It's good to be in a room full of creatives, man. People that are inspired, and we wish y'all, continued success. And we love to be a part of it. Hopefully, we can continue to be a part of it. And this is gonna continue to, do what it does, man. For real.
Same thing for y'all too, man. 100%. Hey, I got loan saved as 100K loan in my phone.
Wow.
What's the next plaque going up on the wall for new
Let's go. Hey, we're on the way, hopefully.
Yeah. What's that? 500,000?
Well deserved.
They don't give you another one until $1 million.
$1 million. Yeah. But the New Old Heads channel is gonna be up next for that.
For sure.
Yeah,
hey, Naptown, get on your job.
By the time we get that,
join the Patreon.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Man, join the Patreon. You have no idea how much that helps these brothers out.
Come on.
Yeah. Listen, share, share, subscribe.
Come on.
Comment, all that good stuff, man. We got to rock with our own. And I feel like these dudes have been putting in such solid work for such a long time, man. They need to, I'm going to give them their flowers. You know what I'm saying? They could really get out here. They really could get out here and stun on people. I know Lone will post numbers every once in a while. He'll completely shit on people. We can curse now. I'm going to keep that to my only one. But he drops the numbers and stuff like that, man. But they really working, man. They really deserve it. And the content is really heartfelt and
appreciate it, bro.
Man,
our problem is we're too humble, man, but
it's hard to be. Hey, you got to get on that jumbotron. What my man said.
Come on, man.
It's hard to be humble when you stuck on the jumbotron. Hey, look,
really?
Put us out on the jumbotron, man.
I love when y'all in this space, man. I love when y'all in this space.
Y'all my people, man. I want to see y'all win, bro.
Yeah,
just like y'all want to see us win, man. We want to see y'all win, man, just as much, man. I think that's how we should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said. I mean, I'll close it out, but it's like what you guys said, man. Like, it's advice I give artists all the time because I do a lot of mentor, a lot of teaching and stuff like that. And it's just like I had a couple students at IU that submitted for Chreece and they didn't get in, but I was like, look, man, It's not the end all. I was like, you're super talented. Just be active in their lives. Be active in Chreece. Be active in everything that you're doing. And I think us being active in what you're doing, you guys being active in us as a community is just super positive. And that's the one thing that I always push for people, you know.
Yeah,
and if you want people to pay attention to you, throw your own damn show. Because we've all done it.
We've been knocking on your door, bro. They've been knocking down your door.
Make your own damn podcast.
Yeah. And just don't do it in the same spot as a. I'm gonna say it. Don't do it in the same spot that a successful festival is happening at the exact same time.
Look, man, we all eating out here.
We all eating, but hey,
I don't. It's nothing. I don't take it as a slight. I don't take it as nothing. Hey, we all eating out here.
I mean,
you
it might work for you.
Yeah, next time try to do it on your own weekend to see if those people actually fuck with you as opposed to people who think you're Chreece. But that's neither here nor there.
That's a great place to end it.
That's why we're who we are.
Yeah, that's a great place.
When
to
you
end
think
it.
of it like that, it actually was kind of
people
smart.
in the city, so
It was kind of smart, but
and to be honest with you, man, you look at it, man,
turn the mic to you.
Oh, my bad. They're still bringing people out.
Sure.
Our joint lasts from 12 to 12, you know. No, 12 to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we got
you know what I'm saying?
parties,
Yeah, man, people go, hey, you can go enjoy that and then come over here and grab that ticket.
Absolutely.
Come on,
You
man.
know, and come and check us out, man. We all eating.
And we're going to welcome you too. Come on home.
Nap or nothing, man.
Nap or nothing.
We're not just saying that out here.
They out there too. Nap or nothing. You can go shop.
Go shop at
down the street.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Down the street.
That's what I love about you guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious.
No, that's real. That's
I
real.
always know Jay is always going to spin it positive.
At all
And
times.
Sean just walks around with a certain type of energy that is just regardless of what's going on in his head.
Yeah. You can see the gears turning.
It's just like, you know, like
They just didn't have no Bacardi. It's cool.
That's really what it is. Bacardi.
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, this is gonna be this ain't gonna be drink champs. This is gonna be sober champs."
Hey, no, this isn't the first time too. I feel like there's been over the years, there's people been, you know, doing stuff the same day or whatever.
Yeah.
I think before we even hit record on the thing, I was talking about, like, you know, look at South by Southwest,
Yeah.
which is a similar format. You know what I mean? Kind of a blueprint, you know, multi-venue type thing. And that has ballooned so big. And I mean, even years before that, where they had unofficial showcases
all the time.
and stuff. And,
Still to this
you know
day.
what I mean? I feel like there's a different festivals around the country that have that. You know, people are just trying to, you know, capitalize and, you know, that's what it is.
There's space.
Stimulate the economy.
Hey, yo, look, before I close this out, or y'all got two things, right?
Yes, sir.
That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna get mad at me, but I don't care. I gotta get you on camera.
All right.
One, I need one of them hats
I
to
got
wear all day at Chreece.
I got you.
Yes, I'm asking openly.
Yeah, I got you.
I no shame.
You gonna ask for a hat?
Usually,
I
he
got
kinda,
you.
usually,
I don't have no shame.
usually
here.
he's very passive aggressive about it. He's
I
like,
got you.
We gonna get right. We gonna get right. Oreo, we gonna get right to it. I need one of those to wear.
I got
You
you.
said it. All right.
No, I'm telling him what comes with this
message.
messaging, all that. I'm about to start doing that.
Do it.
I need that to remind you because you're a busy man. And two, I need to know where the room is that's gonna have, you know, all the secret, like, you know, the good food and stuff like that. Wherever that room is, there's two things I need. Other than that, man, you know, I appreciate you. Appreciate what you've been doing.
This is a very transactional conversation you're having on the side.
Those are only two things I need. I need to know where the secret room is. I just need one of them hats, bro. That's it. I'm gonna wear it all day.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
I got you. I got you.
Now, can we
We
proceed?
know I'm not going to elaborate on why you're going to wear it all day.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We have company. Don't
I'm
do
going to
that.
leave it alone.
You know, my hair left me a long time ago. Don't do that.
I'm going to let you slide this
Don't do
episode,
that.
but go ahead.
Yes, I'm George Jefferson if I don't cut it. Yeah, I'll say that. NewOldS.com for all the education you need this year. If you see it, like it, subscribe, hit any bell you see for notification. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating. And don't forget to check out our Patreon page where you can get all of the exclusive, unedited episodes. We appreciate the support, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
bye.
In a minute.